So now we turn our attention from Mini Max and Mini Rookie to Junior Rotax. And here is your grid for the 12-minute plus an additional lap final. On pole position, it's going to be Ollie Wise, and alongside him will be Will Archer. Cameron Nelson and Albie Lapper lock out the top two rows for the Brits. Ryan Gandor and Tom Reger, the next two nationalities, Canada and Germany. Mate Kobayhidze, joined by Albert Friend on row 4, with Germany's Maxime Becker and Belgium's Lars Lambers rounding out the top 10. It's the Netherlands and France on row 6, with Boris Verhaag joined by Liam Hallot. And then we've got Vince van der Hollen and Ethan Griffiths rounding out row number 7. AJ Bergdorf and Erin Umuldogan rounding out row 8. Leblé Maxence and Bran van der Weyken next up on row 9, with Lenny Hobiolagash and Archie Lovett completing the top 20. Rounding out the 25-strong grid will be Len Abbas, Theo Giluto, Lieke van Berkel, Sebastian Brand and Emir Siedkowska rounding out the 25-strong grid. We are running a little bit slightly behind schedule. Right, 2:06. Tom Reger, the Energy Corsa chassis driver, has just gone off, and that was on the approach into turn 10. So Tom Reger has got to literally fly around the circuit to catch up with everybody else. Or has there been a problem? That's the more indicative thing. And Tom Reger is motoring on. Now the field is slowing. They're coming through into turn 9, so this might give... Yeah, Tom Reger's absolutely flooring it, going through out of turn 5 and into 6. So they're coming through towards turn number 10. So this might give enough time for Tom Reger to take his position alongside Canada's Ryan Gandor in the 214 purple, silver and white liveried Cosmic chassis from KR Sport. But they are going past the point of no return. So I'm not sure, well, if he's going to be able to make it through, he might have to start from the rear of the grid, like Tom Reger. Tom Reger will start from the back of the grid. Oh, and we've had a spinner as the 2:03 has just gone around. Emir Siedkowska. So what's going to be the verdict for this start? I think it might be a full... Let's see if it's going to be a full start. No, we're given the green light straight away. And through we go into T1. And it's going to be all for themselves. We've got a spinner at the back. I think that was well, I'm not too sure who it was. It was definitely an OTK. Well, it was a 2, possibly a 2.5, not sure. But we are going to find out very, very shortly. However, at the front end of the field, it's Cameron Nelson leading the way. Oh, someone's gone backwards. Vince van der Hollen at turn 6. And, well... He's now going to have to compose himself. This is his first opportunity to prove himself as a junior Rotax driver, ready for 2025. But there is someone who has a comfortable early lead. And I think it might, I'm not too sure who the driver was that spun at turn 1 and 2 earlier on. Cameron Nelson leads the way. Second looks to be Will Archer. Now, that's Mate Kobayhidze. He's just got him. The Georgian's now up into 3rd place. Up from 7th on the grid. Maxime Becker's up from 9th and is now ahead of Ryan Gandor, who's he got behind? He's got the 2.29. Albie Lapper is behind. Albert Friend currently running 8th. Behind Ollie Wise, who's running 7th at the moment. I had a quick chat with Albie's dad, George, earlier on, and I said, how much lead has Albie carrying in that car? He said, about 20 kilos. So Albie's obviously been eating a bit more heartily these days. So Cameron Nelson has a lead of 1.8 seconds. Now, Mate Kobayhidze has got to start defending very soon from Maxime Becker. So the Georgian has got to have eyeballs in the back of his head at the moment, but Becker is through. Kobayhidze knows that he's got a big, big order. And of course, was represented his nation at the FIA Motorsport Games back in October this year. And in the meantime, well, Albi Lapper has got through on Ryan Gandor and has dropped the Canadian into the wilderness behind him. So I'm wondering if that might be Lars Lambers behind the Canadian. Albert Friend now currently running 9th ahead of Bran van der Weyken. And with that, the floodlights are on here at Karting Genk. We have got a black and white warning flag. Looks to be for Le Bleu Maxence, the 208, currently running in 21st position. So at the moment, Cameron Nelson, who was so close to winning this year's Grand Finals, which did get won finally by Jacob Ashcroft after a monumental battle. Cameron would end up finishing, I think he finished 3rd on the podium this year in at the Circuito Internazionale Napoli in Sarno. Mate Kobahidze is keeping close proximity. Now we're talking. The lap times are really coming in because Kobahidze was last time around the fastest of anybody, 59.790. He was 0.2 quicker than Maxime Becker. Becker's just gone purple sector 1 and has just gone again purple in sector 2. So the German is on a little bit of a tear right now. He's got some speed in that kart underneath him. And starting to pull a little bit of a gap between himself and Mate Kobahidze. 2.9 seconds is the lead between Cameron Nelson and Will Archer. Maxime Becker, new fastest lap. Get this, 58.693 for the 255. And he's now over he's 8 tenths ahead of Mate Kobahidze. But of course, every result that I've called today has been provisional, pending technical and sporting checks post-session. So, which is why we have had drivers being called to our stewards panel. Our 3 stewards from the RACB, the Royal Automobile Club of Belgium, the resident ASN, but side by side between Ollie Wise and Lars Lambers. Oh, Ollie Wise definitely was there for a bit of a dust up, and he had his elbows out, sharpened like razor blades, ready to go through. Right, 5-second penalty goes to 291. Ethan Griffiths from the UK, currently running in 17th place, so has a 5-second time penalty. There were 6.5 minutes to go. Maxime Becker is not settling. He's not settling for 3rd. He wants to go for 2nd. I mean, the thing is, with 6.25 minutes to go, when you've got Cameron Nelson 3+ seconds up the road, I'm looking at the lap times, it's minimal between. Nelson's just done a 58.4 last time around. He's crossed the line, just done a 58.0. New fastest lap by the leader. So Will Archer, 58.6. Maxime Becker, 58.5. And Becker's just gone round the outside at turn 2. Becker thought, right, that's it. I'm done staying behind you. And yes, Emerson, Cameron is checking out. I had a chat with him actually earlier on when they'd finished one of their sessions. I think it was the free practice session from yesterday, and he just said, yeah, I was really, really gutted how it went in Sarno. I said, but there's always a next time. And you know what? He's sending a message to every junior road tax driver around the globe, out of all the drivers that compete in all of the Road Tax Max challenges around this globe. All 4 corners, all 7 continents. And Cameron Nelson has a comfortable lead. 5 minutes to go. And you know what? I think that there is a bit more speed from Mate Kobahidze. He's through and up to P3. Now, there is an opportunity here for Mate Kobahidze to maybe get a little bit of distance between himself and go after Maxime Becker, because the Georgian has just gone and put it purple across, well, done and put the purple lap time in, 57.966. First one in this category this weekend at this point, when the track is pretty dry in comparison to what we had for qualifying this morning. Kobahidze has got some pace. So the 291 did get a 5-second penalty for push to pass, as spotted by race control. The incident was reported, and race control have checked the footage, and the penalty has been assigned. So still this battle for second, third and fourth wages on. Only one of these three drivers will leave Genk empty-handed, as along with another 21 other drivers thereof. Nelson is on a flyer at the moment. He's just gone purple last time around, 57.671. Right, let's see. Is it going to be purple across the board again? No, but another new fastest lap. He is pulling, that gap is expanding. 4.8 seconds as Kobahidze looking to try and make it a DHR 1-2, and he's going for it. He's trying to go around the outside. That's opened the door for Will Archer to get through. And Kobahidze, who was on the cusp of getting second, now drops to P2 as Archer drifts wide through 6. Kobahidze up the inside. Archer's going to squeeze him a little bit. That was so close for Mate Kobahidze there, the youngster from Georgia. But there is still an opportunity. There is still time. But that time is running out. We're fast approaching 10 minutes being completed. And Cameron Nelson does not have to worry about what's happening behind him. He can put it on cruise control and get home safely. Another mid-57 second lap time by Cameron Nelson, a 57.525. Out of the trio battling over second, third and fourth, Will Archer has just gone quickest, 57.9 for him, 58.57 for Kobahidze, 58.05 for Maxime Becker. But the thing is, one good thing a racing driver does, never give up. But we've got a yellow at turn 7. Yellow at turn 7. And I think I do spot possibility of a driver that has unfortunately retired from the race. Looks like Theo Guillotot is out of the competition. And the French driver not going to make it to the end, I'm afraid. But we have just a handful of laps to go. Maxime Becker in the slipstream with Will Archer through on the inside at turn 2. And then Kobahidze strikes as well. Archer does the old switchback and gets through. But Kobahidze not giving up without a fight. I spoke to his dad Vako earlier on and I said, well, if Mate gets the podium, will you be happy? He says, yes, but I want him to go out there and win. Well, that's what his eyes said to me. You know, the words say one thing, the body language and the eyes, they say that the eyes are the window to the soul, and they do tell a little bit more of the story. And Vako's very, very proud of what Mate has achieved, not just racing in the Baltics, but also racing outside of Eastern Europe and being here in continental Europe. It's a very, very great learning ground for any driver. But we do have 2 laps to go. Cameron Nelson is 7.17 seconds up the road. And now, well, Will Archer has fallen a little bit further back. He's the second behind Mate Kobahidze because the battle for the runner-up step on the rostrum is heating up. second and third going through turn 5 and now into turn 6. Kobahidze dives to the inside and he's through. Great work there by Mate Kobahidze to put one up the inside of Maxim Becker from Germany and take second place away in the dying stages of the race. He's got to hang on for a lap and a bit, but Becker is going to bring the fight to the 2:44. But Cameron Nelson starts the last lap of the junior final in the Golden Trophy. Kobahidze defends from Becker coming out of the final turn. Archer is hoping something might happen, and he's just said to Mate Kobahidze, don't fight me. You can't do that on the last lap, I'm afraid, Mate. And through goes Maxim Becker. But if Kobahidze stays with Becker down the Europolon and fires it through at turn 7, this could be a welcome way for Dan Holland Racing to secure another prestigious event. Of course, they've got a Rotax, a B&L Karting Series champion, and also a Grand Finals champion in the form of Jacob Ashcroft. And corners are fast ticking away, but we have to concentrate on the man not just representing the United Kingdom, but from South Wales. Cameron Nelson goes to Le Mans in 2025. Stone's throw from part of my family who are based in Penarth, just outside of Cardiff. Small world, Mr. Baudet. Cameron Nelson joins a prestigious list of drivers. He joins Lewis Gilbert, Bruno Mulders, Austin Lee, and Toms Streller. Well done. I'm sure that the family in South Wales are shouting the walls down right now, Cameron. You've earned that, mate, on merit. Well done. Maxim Becker and Mate Kobahidze are your provisional top 3. With Will Archer, well, for the driver in the 261, it was close, but he has to end up finishing in 4th. Albie Lapper in 5th, ahead of Lars Lambers. Ollie Wise, Bran van der Weyken makes up 10 spots to finish 8th. Albert Friend on his junior Rotax debut in Europe finishes 9th, ahead of Canada's Ryan Gandor. Liam Hallor, Len Abbas, Archie Lovett, Ethan Griffiths, Tom Herger, Lenny Robio-Lagache, AJ Bergeraff, Vince van der Hollen, Boris Verhaag, Lieke van Berkel, Eden Unlodogan, Leblé Maxence, Sebastian Brandt, and Emil Siedkowska round out the 14 strong. Griffiths drops to 17th in the amended results, with Theo Giloto unfortunately retiring on lap number 9. But Cameron Nelson wins the Golden Trophy in juniors in 2024.